Hey guys, welcome back. It is your favorite Gimp with a lip, and I'm here with something I don't do quite often, which is an unboxing. I tend to usually do the playthroughs. I let Gimpy's Gal do the unboxing-esque videos, but when it comes to this game, I don't know that she could do the best unboxing on it because it's mainly a bunch of cards. So I kind of wanted to just show you guys what all was in this because this was a whim Kickstarter that I had backed a while back. And actually just showed up on my porch. I got it a lot quicker than I was actually expecting it. But it is, I'm guessing I'm pronouncing this correctly, but Onus. This is the main part, the Traianus, and then there was the Onus pack. So it's basically like two games. Each have their own armies and all that other cool stuff in it. It's by Draco Ideas. They've had a handful of different games. Some of them are ones that I have actually got myself. I was actually a little surprised by some of the stuff that these people have put out. But I wanted to show you guys what all comes with this because I was really intrigued by it. And the big thing that intrigued me is, all right, so it's like a battle game, right? But the units are cards. And I think that works so well. I think it could work so well. Now, I haven't played the game yet, so I can't say for sure. But think of it, legionnaires, right? Spartans and Rome, Carthage, Athens, Persia, mercenaries, Greeks, like all that type stuff. But they're all fighting in lines, right? They're in what's it called? Phalanx. Well, that could translate to a card really well. Cavalry, elephants are in this game. I think even battering rams, all that cool stuff, right? So you'd have units all lined up and they move across the field like a block. Well, that could translate down to a card. So they have all these cards that have the picture of the unit and then their stats, their information. So their attack, their range, their morale, their defense, all that cool stuff, movement factors. So it's kind of like a miniatures game with, ancient type units, hoplites and all the like fighting, but they're put on the cards and you'll have them across the board. Now you could get play mats with this game during the Kickstarter. I didn't since I already have some mats that I can use, so I didn't need those. But that is what you're seeing here. The boxes themselves just have the rules, the dice, the cards, the tokens, and all the good stuff. But I did get this little expansion, which I'm going to show you guys as well, which is the terrain and fortresses. So let's take a look at what came in it. Like I said, we're not going to open both because they both have the same type stuff in it. They just have different units in them. So we're just going to slide this one over to the side because this one has some bonuses in it. I don't think I ordered this, but it was in there. It's the special die, the pretty die that you could get. Maybe it's a stretch goal because I usually don't order dice because I'm not all that big on dice. This, I think, were the stretch goals that got added. There were some tokens here. These are army markers, right? For all the different forces. I think that should be Rome. And I think that's Rome as well. So it's like two different time periods. I believe, I could be wrong. And then different factions here on the back. Those should be the Spartans, right? I'm not sure about the rest, but we'll see. But these are nice thick counters. You guys can see those. And then these are extra units that were part of the stretch goals. We're going to take a look at all these different units, but you guys can see the cards. These are what I'm talking about. We'll open up some of these so you guys can see them. And the campaign book here is bigger than the rule book. So when it comes to the rule books, we've got one just regular rule book, has all the rules for the game, and the quality is actually quite nice. I mean, look at this, right? Goes into it, explains how the units are going to move to it. And like there's actual like stats and movements and pivots and coming around. And you can see there's even like tokens you're going to put to signify the fact that, all right, some of the, like in this situation here, since they're sticking out, some of these cavalry are coming around and they're attacking the flanks, right? Isn't that cool? right? So you got like you're flanking just like you would actually have in like a phalanx. Same thing here. You know, they're coming around, they're pivoting around. This set of cavalry here, they actually have their tokens on the side to signify the fact that instead of being more like a rectangle, they spread out to a line. So they're longer and they're attacking it. All that cool stuff that you would see in that type of battle can be simulated in this game. And they've got rules for solitaire mode. Definitely looking forward to trying that out. In the campaign book, this is the biggest one, and I think it has a whole bunch of different battles that you can play, and just a huge amount of stuff here. Like, look at this. Different battles, different wars that were fought, because there's a huge amount of different forces that come in each one of these games, right? I'm not going to go through everything, but there's just so much going on here. But it's telling you, like, all right, who's there, what type of forces, what's going on, victory conditions, all the cool stuff. So just a huge, huge book of battles that you can fight with this. And there's, like I said, there's one of these in both boxes. Both boxes have the rules, have solo mode, and have a campaign book. So just a huge amount of battles that can be fought. Really, really cool stuff. Oh, and I forgot to mention at the beginning, but I backed this. They didn't send me this. So everything I'm saying is my thoughts. Wasn't like bought off or any of that good crap. I always have to say that since that one butthead tried to accuse me of being biased and pissed me off real bad. Anyway, back to it. These are tokens for the game. Different things signifying different stuff. I know some of these tokens are the different like formations that the units can be in. I believe these tokens represent generals. I think this is like broken, morale broken, defense broken, stuff like that. Not sure what some of those represent. Really cool thing is these are the rulers for the game, right? And it's based on centimeters, but you can have like so much like one movement. So you see how it has one movement, and that's so many centimeters. I believe it's 5 centimeters. All right, so my little girl was saying good night to me. But anyway, the movements here, yeah, I believe it's 5 centimeters equals 1, right? So you see 1, 2, 3 here, but up to a single movement can be used as like a 90-degree pivot. So if you're facing like that direction, you can spend 1 movement's worth to pivot around and, you know, either flank or start going a different direction. Really cool stuff. So we've got different rulers. These are the tokens that I was showing you that can represent the fact that you're flanking around or you're expanding your formation. Got a couple of these sheets. So I'll definitely have plenty of these since there's counter sheets in both of the boxes. Plenty of rulers to be used as well. And you notice the box has this nice black tray in it to hold all the different cards. This one, the Onus pack had less actual unit cards. I think there's roughly 200 in this one. There's like 270 in that one. Not sure why. It just is what it is. It has its little drug baggies, and then some D6 for our battles, which I've got the other D6. But these are our unit cards here, and I think these little spots here are for dividing up into the different forces. So let's pop open some of these packs, because these are actual units themselves, and I want you guys to see some of what the game comes with. All right, but before we start looking at the unit cards, I definitely do like the fact that they have this, right? This little plastic tray in here to put some of the tokens and whatnot, the ruler pieces, all that good stuff can be tucked in here, plus all the cards. And then there is room to expand it out, right? We've got our different order cards, as which these are over here, but there's extra room, right? You're not fighting for room with all these cards that can be added to the deck, because obviously you could combine these 2 boxes down easily into a single box and have plenty of room for it. But show some of our units here, and I believe, I'm not sure what the yellow or the colors represent. I think those are the mercenaries. Yeah, those should be Spartans. And not sure what the purple guys are. I'd have to look them up in the rule book. But that's how you can tell what faction somebody's with. So whoever our purple guys are here, for purple, come on, focus in for me. We got some guard with a Mellifores. I'm not good with Greek, but I'm doing my best here. Anyway, you can see, looking at the card here, this shows their attack, right? The couple of different attack values. Range, weapons would go there. Defensive values go there. That, if I remember, is their morale, and that's like their health points, and that's their movement. So when that shows 2, that's like 2 of those movements, right? So that'd be like 10 centimeters is what they can move. Let's see, guard. Here we go, some archers. You see they've got a range stat, a little bit less health, about the same movement because they're infantry. Let's see if we can find some like cavalry to show you guys. One of these, some mercenaries. Oh, they're pretty fast. They've got 3. Oh, and they've got like special abilities. That's what these are. So see these colors here, those represent those tokens I was talking about, doing things like getting into a phalanx so you're more defensive, or whatever else the symbols represent there. I'll have to find out when I start digging into the rules here. I believe these represent the point values for the unit, so you can flesh out an army based on so many points. See, army, archers, mercenaries. See, we got archers with shields. That's cool. They could get stuck in, hit from range, do a little stuck in like that. What is that? Sicklers? What is a sickler? Okay. I don't know what it is, but I like it. I want to use it. Oh, they're cheaper though. They're only like 90 points. Attack isn't as big, but they're pretty quick. All right, we'll try those guys out. And oh, here we go. Some dromedaries, Usurbari dromedaries, whatever the hell that means. These are some type of archer cavalry. Are they on camels? Is that a camel? If that's a camel, I'm going to be impressed. Oh, that's so cool. I freaking love that. Obviously, they got faster movement, pretty defensive, got range, got melee stats there. Really cool. I love that. Yeah, those have to be camels. They've got camel units because these are horses. Look at that. And these don't have special abilities. See, 160 points there, but these are 140, and they've got some type of ability. I wonder what the difference is. Oh, man, I can't wait to get to this table. It's going to look so cool. Because think about it. These cards are all going to be spread out, right? And they're going to be representing it. So you don't have to paint the minis. You don't have to set anything up. No gluing, no painting, no anything. If you just want to throw it down on the table and have it look good, you just slide the cards, and that's your units doing their attacks. That's what really caught my attention with this game when I saw the Kickstarter, and I was like, all right, that looks really cool. I got to jump into it. Let's see, some more cavalry here. Some type of infantry. Look relatively weak. These have to be filler. Light attack, only 30 points. Pretty quick, but looks like a bunch of those. Ooh, look at this. Some chariots. Went from 30 points to 250 points. They got melee. They've got range, good defense, morale, hit points, pretty fast. Bunch of special abilities. My guess is they can do things like charge, wheel about, maybe cause some type of disruption. Ooh, that's cool. Love those. And whatever these are, car drakes, decently expensive. A couple of those. So those are the type of units. Let's take a look at another army as well. All right, I believe these are the Spartans. Don't quote me. I could be wrong on it. We've got some cavalry here to start off with. Hippies. Are they hippies? What is that? I can't tell because the damn war style is right there. It doesn't matter. I'm going to call these guys hippies. They got hippie cavalry. Really cool. Yeah, they're Spartans. Spartan hoplites right there. And you can see, wow, they got a lot of special abilities right there. Phalanx, some type of defense. I'm guessing some type of range, maybe throw. Maybe a one-off that they can do. Good melee stats. Relatively slow because they're armored. Oh, I love that, those Spartan hoplites. It looks like they've got a bunch of those cards. Helots. Oh, yeah. Helots are their, like, what is it? Helots were like their slaves, right? Just basic fodder infantry they throw out there. So they probably have some, like, slingers and light archers maybe mixed in with these guys. See, a bunch of helots. Helots. Yeah, there's slingers there. Infantry and helot slingers, and then some Spartan cavalry as well. Okay, yeah. I want to have the Spartans in there. Love those hoplites. That looks really cool. I think these are like mercenaries. Peripolos, whatever the hell that is. Melee and ranged. Good selection. Some archers. Some type of armored, shielded infantry. Relatively defensive there. And some spear guys. Band of Thebes. Band of Thebes. Cool stuff. I like that. Some more hoplites. Boeotian, Bohica, whatever they are. Some archers and some more Thessalian. Thessian? I'm butchering that. I gotta stop trying to say the names because I'm not good at it. But mercenaries, I do believe, and you guys can see how they start dividing out. I got a couple more packs of these with different units. I will get those out later, but I wanted to show you something else that I got as well. All right, now the thing that I really liked is that they had this terrain and fortress expansion as well. And I decided to get this because I was like, yeah, I want to have some terrain, and it's harder to have terrain if it's flat, right? You got to have something that's just printed out. And I didn't realize this, but this stuff is plastic. I thought it was going to be like cardstock, like cards, just bigger card pieces or cardstock tokens. But this is actually the clear plastic. So when you set it down on the table, look, it actually shows through whatever terrain you're actually using. So whatever mat that you throw down, this just goes right on top of it. And that is just freaking awesome. There is a huge amount of this stuff in here. There's a little rule book that tells you how this stuff gets incorporated right there. And then a little sheet of tokens. These are like battering rams, I believe, for like fortresses. Some fire tokens and some ladder tokens, I believe, is what this stuff is. I'm not sure what those guys are. The numbered fellas right over there. I'll have to figure out from the rules. But this is just freaking awesome. It's kind of hard for me to show you guys in the light, but rivers, fortresses, hills, cities, villages, all that cool stuff. There's like a whole fortress that you can make. I got to punch these pieces out, but I'm trying to do them delicately so you guys can see them. Right? So like walls, bridges. So you can make the river and then put a bridge across it. Let me throw these to the side. All right. So you guys can see there's a bunch of different types here, right? So different stone bridges, wooden palisades, stone palisades, different types of corner river pieces. And then I believe these are like caltrops as well. So huge amount in here. I did not think there was going to be anywhere near that amount of terrain. So you're going to be able to make a huge variety of battlefields with all this stuff that's in there. Bigger river pieces here, more trees, caltrop stuff, hills. And like I said, there's multiples. If I can get it to where you guys can see it, multiples of those in there. And these, I believe, are like fortress pieces. Let's see. So that's more rivers. Yeah. Different types of fortress and towers here that you can add into your games. Whole different set pieces there. Really cool. Love how this is plastic, and it's that light plastic, so it works really well with the cards. Because once you punch this and just lay it out flat there on the board, you're not going to be able to really see it. It's going to shine through, whatever terrain, whatever mat that you've got that laying on. So it's going to work really, really well. At least I think so. We'll have to see when I actually set it out on board, but I think this is going to work so well. More river pieces. Looks like maybe a little crossing there with some stones. And then we got some bigger hill pieces here. creates blocking terrain, right? So places where you can't cross, but that's key, right? So you can put this out somewhere on the board, you and your opponent, or if you're playing solitaire, whatever you want to do. And it creates a spot to where you can divide armies up and maybe come around and get some flanks in. I gotta get this table, man. God, I can't wait. This is gonna be fun, dude. I tell you what, I am looking forward to trying this one. And again, handful of these little pieces, and it looks like maybe some scatter terrain down here at the bottom as well. Some more village pieces, more wall pieces, more scatter, some more hills. Looks like a bunch of different hills here that can be added up. Different forest, and again, bridges, rivers, lakes, all that good stuff. So just a very large variety of terrain pieces that can be added. I was actually really surprised. I was not expecting this material. I just didn't read it. I didn't pay attention. I figured it would be like any other war game. It would be made out of some type of cardstock, or it'd be made out of paper like the cards. It'd be whatever. But this I think is going to look really good. Once I get all this punched out, divide it out, figure out what I'm going to do with it, and then that's just what I got to put on the board. And it'll work really well when you can put all this together to create walled off sections or a gangplank, one access point for people to come into a fortress. You can actually create your own siege scenarios. Think like you're playing like a Rome Total War, right? Yeah, no, you can't do like Warhammer Total War, which is my favorite. But, Rome, medieval Total War, any of that type stuff, you can actually have your own invasion, right? Your own fortress where you're trying to break in with all your different types of units. You can recreate that now on your tabletop. That's going to be just freaking awesome. Anyway, I am hoping to get this to the table very soon and try it out, because I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with this game. I have really been looking forward to giving it a shot, and it coming in early just caught me by surprise, because I didn't anticipate it coming in this soon. Usually Kickstarters take forever and a day to come in, but I think this one's going to be a lot of fun. If you are into different types of miniatures games, skirmish games, you like the old style stuff, hoplites, swords, shields, archers, all that type of gameplay, and you're interested in just trying out some cards and seeing how they do as units, have a line of units, have your archers there in the front, have some shield and sword guys there, some spears there behind them ready to get stuck in, have your cavalry there on the flanks ready to come in and assault and try to take them out, and push this side, push the left side. And like I said, I'm not even covering all of it. There are generals, there are different orders, there are different things that are going to come into play with the game as well. It's not just units and just the terrain pieces that I've been showing you. There are different bonuses granted by generals in the game as well. It really is. It's giving me that Total War vibe, right? That Rome Total War vibe as a tabletop game. But you guys stay tuned. I will try to get this to the table as soon as I can. Like I said, I got a couple things that have to be taken care of before that. But as soon as those are done, I'm going to be throwing this on as a little personal passion project, because I think this is going to be a lot of fun. All right, that's going to be it for me. You guys take care. I will catch you in the next one.